club are in the news in the last 24 hours because they are gazumping the world with a very, very good announcement, or it's not 100% agreed yet, but apparently 24-year-old Timo Werner from RB Leipzig is headed to this blue club in London. Come to the shed and we'll welcome you. According to one of the most reliable transfer, accounts from David Ornstein, who was on Joy Sports a month ago, he says that this other club were actually in the mix to sign Timo Werner, but they did not want to do that until getting their prized asset out of the club first. I'm talking, of course, about the one in the north. We would like to know if the unhealthy representation spills over to our audience as well. 0244 340437. We are going to start the build up to the season here because, as you know, here at Joy Sports, a lot of our bulletins will be filled with news from there as well. We will come to some rather interesting local news, but of course, there's one anthem that you would have to love, even if you don't support that one. It is the hymn of Through a Storm. Hold your hand up high and down. They say it's the club of our fathers, but these days it is the club of our brothers as well. At the end Everybody around the table, you never.
No, even if I try, I'll write obituary on the song.
Blue is the color is the best. He didn't allow the Chelsea fans to sing their song.
Yeah. Anyway, let's cross over to some one of the other countries and one of the most storied clubs in the world with a very, very, very heavy chest of trophies. Spain will also begin their charge to the end of La Liga. You can be sure that this club will have a prayer in it. The club of the king, they call it the Whites, Los Blancos. One, two, three. So if the Liverpool one sounds like a dead chance, this one sounds like a what?
This one sounds
like something they use at the Takrady, the masquerade. What do you call the masquerade in Takrady during Christmas? Ankos.
Okay,
so that's Real Madrid representative. Mukhtar, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was saying, most people, those of us who don't know how to sing, when we are seated and the songs are being played, we are good with our hands.
You'll be driving the song.
We'll be driving along. So we can only drive and nod along.
But you see, when we go from England to Spain, and Benedict says his club has the most beautiful song in the galaxy.
Yeah.
You know, he said it's not even the world, it's the galaxy. Now, I'm going to tell you the club that has the most beautiful song in the universe. You know which one it is?
Is it in London?
Folk people, please, we want to see you represented in the WhatsApp group 02443404. Folk people, we want to see you over there. This one is the best song in the whole universe. The universe. Hans, give me the bass. Wait.
They quiet and don't break the rules. We are the favorite part of it. We never change our heart 11. It's a mighty dream.
Benedict, you are spelling the song. I say it's not Has 11.
It's what?
It's As 11. Benedict, you said it.
Mention it well.
As 11.
As 11. As 11.
As 11. Please.
Not the other
the
one.
Club, it is not called House of Folk.
As of
Folk. Please. As of Folk. Okay, G sharp, George. Oh, relax.
We are the famous house of food.
Mr. G minor.
We never say die.
Hands. F sharp.
Arrows.
Sing it and stop asking questions.
Quiet and don't be silly. We are the famous house of food. You see, this room, we see those who go to church, those who are part of the do you know Biaku Woku? And then those who are part of the men's fellowship, those who are not 40 years but they are already part of the men's fellowship. I had a brief stint with my school choir. Very brief.
What is not bad?
Oh, relax. That's the reason I ended up in the choir. So senior sees me around the 5th day in school, Form 1, first term. You have a good boy, come join us for choir practice. I'm a junior, could I refuse? He's a house prefect, he refused.
You know what happens there.
So after class, I make my way to the dining hall where the choir rehearses, and then they raise the song, and I join in, and the choir master goes, who is that? We are singing. When we raise them again, we have raised one. Who is it? Out. And that was my brief stint with the school choir.
Your voice looks good from afar.
Do you know what is called?
But the details.
That is what is called a cameo. Now the Barcelona people are protesting, so let's say their anthem guys in
hear the names of the legends, those who made Kotoko what it is. The Ibrahim Sunday, the Abu Razak.
I didn't know you can preach like that.
Alright, so those are some of the more famous ones.
Anytime you go to the stadium, when the Kotoko fans are cheering on their team, amen.
They know the good thing.
How are you going to sing this? No, but how are you going to sing it?
How did they sing it?
Like in the stadium.
Stadium setting.
But the way you people are singing this one, it's like some secondary school.
No, live they will push them small.
This one is just like Obi Baje Keva to No, that's how it sounds like. But see, just imagine.
Ben, you're not being fair.
Then you come. Rose, be quiet. We are the famous
I get the real word.
We never see.
How do you say Arosa?
Please.
Arosa.
Don't change the word. According to the doctor, no, it be what do they say about
I know it's our roots are old.
I don't know. Our roots are old.
So you expect Asafo people to go to the stadium? Asafo people and go our roots are old.
Even Kwabna boys Holua, we say we no go take out. Holua.
Kwabna boy says his the thing that he brought to Ghana. The Holua he has spelled. We say yes. We never take out. We say it's Holua finish.
How do you even start? Phobia what?
Phobia masters.
Asante Kotoko. What?
Champions.
Asante Kotoko.
Champions. Fabulous.
Then capella. Let me get the capella.
No. So when you say Kotoko, fabulous. Then you start singing.
Fabu. We are the best. Africa number one team. So stand up and your boys are coming.
Fabu. Masters. Forever.
You see,
we are the best.
If Pajaro is on the line, then when you move from.
And your mistake.
But I think we do you know that of Ediana or any of them?
No.
So it would be nice to have a compilation.
But we've done it before. Then the Diama one, you see, do you remember Music for Your Dancing Feet on GTV? That one.
No.
I've heard the Dream Sexy one. It was done by this dancehall artist. What's his name? Jupiter.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very nice song.
Dancehall cheer song for.
For Dream Sexy.
Yes.
Are you sitting here saying that how are we going to sing
Cheetah FC?
How are we going to sing the
Cheetah now have one from
Patapa.
Skopatumana.
Patapa has done a song for your club.
For Cheetah FC, yes.
No, your club won't win you.
Skopatumana.
He's just been to Germany where he couldn't smell he couldn't hear the pepper.
You couldn't hear the pepper.
He just been to Germany.
Anyway, so that was just by way of introduction. And like I was saying, these are the more popular ones. And we'll launch into the main discussion. You see, you people. The problem with you people on a Friday is that you always scatter our plans.
I know that.
We plan to play the intro for just 10 minutes.
Yes. Plans are made.
Play 30 minutes.
You PSG fans are here. We'll cool a name.
So that's the answer of PSG as well. Minutes to go pretty shortly, but last one, Juventus. Accra Great Olympics.
Yes.
You are saying to strong and sassy.
Why?
Strong and sassy, oh. I don't like this thing. Oh, of course. I speak Ghana, I understand Ghana. See, the thing about what I said, on a typical Friday like this, if not for everything that is going on, you boys know where you end up. Of course. Even married men,
everybody go.
Yes, you
go. Would have been home by now.
What I say?
You go home where?
Why mention me?
But where will you go? Flagstaff.
So let's do your comments. There are quite a number, so we'll spend about 5 minutes on those. Yes, Muftar, you want to start, please?
Yes, this one is saying, Gary and Hans, you are warned. God bless you for this song. I agree, 1,000%. He's probably a Heart of Oak fan, no?
He's probably a Heart of Oak fan, yes.
Probably a Heart of Oak fan. So I don't want to agree, but I'm forced to agree. And the same Phobia, we are here. Dr. Boatin from Tema. That's from Dr. Boatin. And then this one too. The Phobia's song is better than the team itself. Oh wow! Oh, Gershon.
No, Gershon from Machimota.
Gershon, what can blow with that? How can I blow Heart of Oak like that? And this one is saying that that the song you just played is truly the best. For once, Gary, I give you standing ovation. Me from La. Wow, Heart of Oak fans. Why? They are making my guy come this evening. Phobia, we are the best. This is
no,
Cyrus
relax. You didn't mention it well. Phobia.
That's what he wanted to type. Because you are
Phobia.
Arose, be quiet and don't be.
Yeah.
They're saying Kotoko and the rest. Kotoko, which rest?
Let's read. There's so many of them.
Yeah, let's do this one. This one is coming from Robert Ayi in Kasua. He says, Gary, the Liverpool anthem sounds like a country music. Thanks to the Phobia anthem. I beg, keep it in the background. Why? Has pay you or what? And this one, Kotoko New English anthem is the best. Please. Play give me why.
That's the acapella.
That's the one we use.
Yeah, that's Law from Nkoko. And then this one too from it said the Millennium of House of Oak. Phobia. Team Art of Oak. And this one too. Hello Gary. I'm not a House of Oak fan, but I agree with you 1000%. The House of Oak song is super emotionally sweet.
See, Gary, this is what I don't like.
It is not sweet. It is super emotionally sweet.
And this man knows, you know that you are husband, but you are making it look like
Nana Kutin Amo from
Delaware.
Nana, you are husband.
Oh, Nana. Okay, this one too says, good evening. You guys are making my night very great. You really played the best anthem in the universe, Ampa Godfred from Adenta.
Which one is that one?
I think Heart of Oak.
No, I'm sure he's referring to Kotoko. You can disagree, but I think it's Kotoko. And this one says, Gary, the best is Chelsea blue is the color, football is the game.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He's
But he didn't finish.
Wait.
Chelsea, blue is the color. Football is the game. We are together. And winning is our aim. So cheers through the sun and the rain. That's the best song.
Okay, so you will be senior. I agree. And this one too from Gerald. He says, please ensure you don't play the funeral song of Kotoko.
You can't do that.
No, please. Kotoko song is not funeral song.
You can't be saying that.
Kotoko. Art of Oak. He starts from Real Madrid with the best anthem, The Men in White, Madrid, Hala Madrid, Phobia. The boys are good. Oh yes, we are here. At 11.
Which one is he for?
At 11.
I think he said Real Madrid and Heart
He's
of
probably
Oak.
for both. And this one too.
Jose.
Hey Gary, you want to kill me with this Phobia song? The best in the whole world, though. Don't go there. Was even sleeping and I heard it. You made my night. Hey. Godwin from North Kaneshi. He said, these Kotoko funeral songs too. No wonder they have no one Africa Cup since Color TV came to Ghana.
But that is serious matter.
Please. Guys, please. We don't want to go into today is just for answers. It's not for argument.
And this one is Dwight. He says, at the Begwa, please play the almighty and powerful Manchester United anthem with the weight. I
will play on.
I beg. Gary, wait. Guys, please, the lyrics of the heart song has never made sense to me.
Problem.
Rose. And understand it is rather our roots are deep.
Our roots are deep.
But how can
Okay, let's listen to the comments, guys. What's he saying?
And this one too. Ronaldo is the only third athlete to hit.
No, let's talk about this. Today we are not doing Ronaldo and Sincere. We are doing anthems.
Okay, but Phobia be one. The Kotoko anthem, dear. I'm too shy. Why shall we shy? I'm not the people. Don't come to the stadium again. And then cheer. Kotoko say has all the way.
That's from Godfred.
Wow. This comes from Godfred in Adenta. And this one too is also saying that House have the best of songs and anthems, but Fabulous, the best ever. In fact, I agree with the earlier texter. Their songs are much better than the team. Unfortunately, Ifya from Osu.
Ifya, your boy. Ifya is a regular texter.
Ifya, you're close to the stadium.
You don't know if you go feel run two boys meet. You know, run half
at the end,
do you know what is called? So she's running them in sequence and series.
Justice from Adenta wants to find out what a Liverpool anthem be country music.
R&B.
Maybe, just maybe. That's all.
That's it. We have too many. Okay.
Yes.
So it's 7:41 in our studios. Just about
7:41.
Yeah, right now, Charlie. 19 minutes for us to end the show. This was not the plan. I'm serious.
Oh, but it's good.
This was not the plan.
It's good.
Yeah.
The way the time is moving, the days to move and the weeks to move.
The actual plan for today, we wanted to discuss. Benedict, what is it we wanted to discuss?
All right, so the thing about captaincy.
Yeah, the thing about captaincy.
The thing about captaincy of our national team, the Black Stars. It's
so,
something that we cannot run away with.
Okay.
I mean, it's been there for a very long time, and almost every time that we bring this issue up, there is nothing like that. There is nothing like that. But we've realized that, and in the past few weeks, the things that
let's say 1.5 months.
Yeah, the things that we've heard with regards to how in a final in 1992, someone was supposed to be given the armband. He wasn't given it any. At the point, he was very furious, and throughout the game, he wasn't happy that his other player who he felt was new in the team and shouldn't have been the captain was the captain. And we've all seen it. I mean, in recent times we've heard that Asamoah Gyan come out and say that he's okay with Andre Ayew. We've also heard Andre Ayew say that there's no problem between himself and Asamoah Gyan. But there's an interview Asamoah Gyan granted Asempa FM. That was after the Africa Cup of Nations. Yes, it was after the Nations Cup. And tomorrow we'll play that plus the interview of Tony Yeboah, who made that revelation that he wasn't happy when the armband was given to Anthony Bafo. Then also we'll hear from Anthony Bafo himself. And then we've lined up some top guests that you wouldn't want to miss. They are all here to really discuss this issue passionately, because we realize that it's one of the key reasons why we've not been able to win the Nations Cup. Because the last time I was telling George that, if you look from 1992 up to date, the AFCONs that we've been to, Ghana should have won not less than 5.
Serious.
Do you know?
I know.
Because 92 we should have won it. 96 we should have. 92 we had the best team on the continent. 96 same. We lost to South Africa in the semi-finals. Yes, 98 you say it wasn't too good, and 2000 as well. We hosted we hosted 2002. Yeah, 2002. There were issues with captaincy. Samuel Osei mentioned in our interview with him that at the point they wanted to get rid of CK Akono and said he should take the armband, and he asked them that, have you communicated it to CK? If you haven't told CK is my brother, he's a friend, so I wouldn't do that. So of course that's also another issue there. 2004 we didn't qualify. 2006 it wasn't too good. 2008 we should have won the Nations Cup. 2010 yes, we went there with a team that most of us didn't really have hope, so we all
now we got to the final,
and we got to the finals, so you have to give it to them. But 2012 semi-finals, when we go to semi-finals, we were there with Zambia, Ivory Coast, and among the 4 teams that got to the finals, we were favorites to win. 2013 as well, Burkina Faso, of course, yes, they played very well. But with what we had in the semi-final game, we should have beaten Burkina. There was no way Nigeria were going to stop Ghana in the finals. And you look at 2015, how we lost. And that's something that you will hear tomorrow, God willing. I mean, the 2015 final, after going 2-0 up on penalties, and then you relinquishing it too.
So, I mean, just by way of... essentially, that's the main topic that we wanted to look at today.
You know, I like
in the past. Let me just give another round of background. So, what Benedict essentially is saying is that for the past many years, I mean, for those who even listen to Joy FM, anytime this discussion came, I remember texts after texter would say that, guys, let's not talk about this because we've not heard Anthony Yeboah speak on it, Abedi Pele speak on it, this person speak on it. But in the last 1.5 months, thanks to lockdown, they've all opened up and they've spoken extensively. Abedi says, look, this is what happened. I had nothing. And in fact, it was interesting to listen to Safu Jemfi.
Yeah, Safu Jemfi.
Safu Jemfi spoke to one of the stations in, I think, Kumasi, right? Yeah. And he said, Abedi's account is a lie. Tony Yeboah spoke, and Tony Yeboah says, Tony Yeboah is lying.
Yes, Tony Yeboah is lying.
Tony Yeboah mentioned and Tony Yeboah
said Tony Yeboah is lying. So this is where we are. I mean, now we've heard all of them, and it's quite clear that the different narratives that Ghanaians have been fed from that time has stemmed from this lack of
this week
cohesive.
Here's what I posted on Twitter. I think about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Senegal 92. there has to be a probe. There is something from that tourney holding us back. Listening to Abedi, Yeboah, and Bafo makes me even more convinced. Now, you realize after 84, we missed out on 3 straight Africa Cup of Nations up until 92.
Apparently because Abedi was injured, but that's another discussion for another day.
So we go to 92, and we had a blend of experienced players that were going to be phased out after the tournament, and new entrants. You know, at least as far as the AFCON was concerned. The Tony Yeboahs, Anthony Bafos, and all the other players who have never tasted the AFCON, but were the new generation of Black Stars players who are going to take over from the Safu Jenfis and the Kwesi Appiahs and the rest. And then Pele misses out on the final, and this captaincy issue crops up. Now, if this thing wasn't an issue, I can tell you that the team that we took to 94 should have been good enough for us to have won the AFCON. And again in 96. We didn't lose out. We lost out on both tournaments.
And Tony Yeboah said as much in his interview.
Exactly, because the reason is simple.
He literally said that Ghana was unplayable at the time.
The captaincy issue from 92
was not sorted.
Was not sorted. So it affected us in 94, affected us in 96. We came to 98. By then, it was time for the 92 prima donnas
to go away. And so it wasn't such
exactly.
Of course, I mean, that's what they were.
And for me, I think I've mentioned it in a write-up. One of the biggest problems that we have in respect of our national team is the fact that we don't get coaches who are bold enough to tell players that your time is up as far as the national team is concerned. Because you see, and especially, often, some of these players are the captains of the national team. And so, you know, if you don't make that call and hand the captain's armband to the one you prefer, of course, based on consultations for us to move on, you create a problem. We had an era within the early 2000s where we didn't have teams that were good enough. In the year 2000, we co-hosted with Nigeria. Our team wasn't good enough. 2002, we had only seen the emergence of the Michael Essiens and the John Mensahs and John Painters who were now coming of age. So yes,
it was supposed to be the tournament where we were going to blood them.
Absolutely. So Mali served as, you know, a training platform for them of a sort, and then we missed out in 2004 in Tunisia. Then we come to 2006 when they had come of age and we had qualified for the World Cup. You see, and this is why I always credit Stephen Appiah. The only period we didn't, and it's
significant. Yes.
That the only period where we have stability in respect of the captaincy for the Black Stars is the period where we qualified to back-to-back FIFA World Cups. Something we have never achieved in the history of this country.
I mean, that is not to preclude all the factors of
absolutely
stability because we had money
and all of that. But you
see,
we could have had all of that, and if the leadership situation wasn't right, it would have hampered our progress. But we have stability in that department. Nobody challenged the authority and the fact that Stephen Appiah had to be captain. And you also have to give him credit because of the way he also went about things. We had Sami Kufuor saying that there was nothing that Stephen Appiah did that he didn't consult him. He recognized there were senior players. It was a privilege for him to lead, and he gave those that he ought to have respected the respect that he deserved. And then we moved on. 2006, we did the 2010 FIFA World Cup and made the 2014 FIFA World Cup after Stephen Appiah.
Look, even then, stop there. When Stephen Appiah was seated in the studio, and he was asked about 2010 and post 2010 and about the general captaincy. You remember? Even Stephen Appiah.
A lot of the problem respects.
You know,
at that time he was not playing regularly.
But let's not forget
he had no issue
with the general captaincy.
He had no issue with the general captaincy.
Even the game against Uruguay, when he came in, they gave him his captaincy armband. He gave it out.
It's because it's Stephen Appiah and the way he's wired mentally.
No, not that. That's not the point I want to make. If you listen to him, Nathaniel asked him a direct question. What are your thoughts on this general captaincy thing we do? Then he actually backtracked and said, Stephen, I want to ask you what you thought when you were given the general captaincy. Long story short, Stephen said he doesn't understand the general captaincy, but because for team unity's sake,
and that's the point I was making.
And he even said, even up to now, he hinted that till now he still doesn't understand this general captaincy thing.
He said he couldn't even.
He said he doesn't know what it is.
At the heart of the problem, and it comes back to the point that I made. Somebody is captain. His time is up. It beholds on the coach.
Me, I know you are a radical.
Tell the player time is up. You have to move you on. This person is captain. Finito. End of story. This business about general captain, you see, you feel a certain sense of entitlement.
But
when you say general captain, because then the person feels like, so you know you are not supposed to take the captaincy from me, but somehow you want to take it from me.
Hans, let me be a bit let me be a bit book long here. You see, a lot of our national problems stem from our culture. and you know where I'm going with this. Culturally, when you have adults who are even past their prime in certain positions, we say that they should be around as advisors.
Yes.
It is the thinking that led to things like the Council of State. You get my point. So the assumption is that people in the Council of State are good enough to be ministers, but maybe because of health reasons, because of statesman-like reasons, we put them there so that they are sort of like a council of elders. You know, Kofi Annan was made the council of elders because he was seen as bigger than certain positions. Okay. It is that kind of thinking that results in this general captaincy issue in our case. You see, but I agree with you.
When your time is
if
up,
your time is up, you do.
When your time is up, look, tell him. And you see, players must begin to understand that when you don the national colours, it is not your birthright.
It's not about you.
It's not about you. You are privileged to be playing for the country. And I also think that is your orientation right from the youth setup, you know, as they rise.
Yeah.
We need to start inculcating a certain sense into our players, right from under 17 through to under 20 and 20. And then as they grow. But ultimately, when people's times are up in the national team, let's get coaches, officials of the national team who will be bold enough to say, look, you served your country. It is somebody else's time to serve. Move on. That's it. This business of our general captain, and it's hampering our progress. Look at the teams that we've had. We've had fantastic teams. We've had great teams. It's a travesty, and I keep saying it.
And that have failed more.
When you have to talk about, I find myself conflicted very often. When I have to talk about the Suleiman Tai, Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah crop of players. I find myself conflicted. One, because you see, they were so good, you don't understand why they didn't win the African Cup of Nations, and yet you can't really hate at them because they qualified the country for the World Cup.
Twice.
But really, is it enough? And that's the question.
Anyway, George, guys, we have about 7 minutes. Just wrap up. So this is just an introduction to tomorrow's show.
That's fine for tomorrow's show. Guys, you've done well. Myself and Muftar will hold on with this, and I want us to look forward to tomorrow. We have special guests. Yeah, we are going to announce them on social media in about an hour. Who lived through the time, and we're going to be hearing a lot. And I'm sure there's definitely going to be a follow-up by the Joy Sports team from what happens on Sunday through our shows. We've been trending. We've made 2 players trend massively on Twitter. So let's spend some time. Yes. Let's spend some time and talk about that. I mean, the last 4 hours, we put up a post asking a very interesting question, but a simple one. Yes. It's the 90th minute of a football match for the Black Stars. There's a penalty. With all we know. With all we know. Why are you prefixing it with all we know? All we know. So there's a 90th minute penalty for the Black Stars against an opponent. There's a chance to win the game. So I'd like listeners to also let us know what answer they have. 0244340437. And there's a penalty. Yes. We have Andre Ayew on the pitch. We have Asamajan on the pitch. We have Jordan Ayew on the pitch. And who's the 4th one? Thomas Partey. Yeah, Thomas Partey. Which of the 4 players would you, as a coach, put on the spot to play this kick? Let me answer my face. Yes. No, tell me who is the number 1 pick according to those on Twitter. Yes, it's Jordan. Jordan Ayew. People are going for Jordan Ayew. People are going for Jordan. Can anybody hazard a guess as to why Jordan is winning this poll? Well, Jordan hasn't missed the penalty yet. He has a 100% record for the Black Stars.
And I also think his calm nature in front, yes, how he's always composed when he's going to take a penalty, is one thing most people will look at and say that Jordan has got what it takes, the nerves to take that 90th minute penalty. But surprisingly, I'll go for Asamoah Gyan was number 2. George, why would you? Yeah, I'll go for Asamoah Gyan. Now, this is it. Now, Jordan has enjoyed all the highs. Jordan hasn't endured a low before. I have seen Asamoah Gyan miss that penalty at the 2010 World Cup, pick it up again, composed and hits and scores. So I know Asamoah Gyan has seen the high and the low when it comes to penalty kicks. What has it got to do with it? Let something explain to you. So when I give Asamoah Gyan this opportunity with all that he knows, that's why I said that, and all that has happened, Asamoah Gyan will calm down and hit it into the net. Please. Because he knows that he has to redeem himself. That will be Asamoah Gyan's only chance. And because that is Asamoah Gyan's only chance to make sure we win a trophy, please, I will take the ball and say, Asamoah, this is the chance to destroy everything. All the bad things. Anytime we are talking I will give it to Asamoah Gyan. Asamoah Gyan. Look at what people have been doing to you because of 2010. Now take the ball and in 1 second, let us
and I know Asamoah will do it for me. Maybe Jet will do it for me. I'll give it to Jet. Because no, that is you.
Just the guy.
Because you don't know when Jordan will learn that bitter lesson.
But
it could be that day when you give it to him. Because Asamoah was a great penalty taker. And he is a great penalty taker.
Okay, George, you've had your 15 minutes.
He's reloading 2010 all over for me.
So you will trust Asamoah with it?
I will not.
Jordan.
I'll give it to Jordan.
Benedict.
I'll give it to Asamoah.
Baby Jet.
Baby Jet.
And just to buttress on what George said.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done that before. It was 90 plus.
Yeah.
Something minutes that he missed. So if today you have that opportunity, he's been in that situation before and he understands it very well. Unlike Jordan, who of course we know is a very good penalty taker. You wouldn't want to put him in that situation that he will become the second Asamoah Gyan.
But he has earned it.
You've earned it. In what time?
In all these years, you've been Jordan is
I'm talking about not age. I'm talking about the time in a game
90th minute
played the penalty.
No, whether it is
the last kick of the game.
The last kick.
Yes.
And you're talking about someone who has been in that situation before at the world
I don't have the stats because how many penalties Jordan has played to win games but I'm sure there are quite a number.
Jordan has not played any penalty in a situation of
before.
It's never happened before. So you have to give it to us.
Okay, you've made your point.
Who are you giving it to?
I'm tempted to say Asamoah Gyan.
Yes!
But
I'm tempted
to say Asamoah Gyan, but I'll give it to Jordan. You know why? Because I think that the scenario will play on his mind.
So go ahead.
I think that the fact that he's missed the penalty in the same scenario, has a potential weighing him down mentally. It will play on his mind. You understand? Look, there is no way he's not going to think about it.
But mental fortitude is something that Asamoah Gyan
that's what
always
I'm coming to. It's all about how he turns the situation around mentally. But I think that Jordan's numbers suggest that, look, the guy has nerves of steel. Yeah. It's like he doesn't care. You know, the fact that he has that confidence, he's not really bothered about what somebody thinks or whether he misses or anything.
All right, thank you, guys.
You know why Gyan will think about it.
And Jordan also has a name to protect.
Why?
You know why Gyan will think about it.
Jordan also has a name to protect.
Hans, you know why Gyan will think about it.
Why?
Because he wants to redeem himself.
Okay, so I need to ask you a question. Around the table, all of you, and apparently on Twitter, it's trending number 4 and 5 or something because people say Jordan, Ayew, and Asamoah Gyan.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm surprised. That's what I'm surprised because
Dede Ayew also has an impeccable penalty record for Ghana.
And Dede Ayew,
I think the last penalty
before Jordan became Dede was
the last penalty. Go ahead. The last penalty they played in a tournament was in 2017 when we played against DR Congo. They then had a very good team. Jordan had scored the first goal. They had equalized, and the penalty came in a time where it was very crucial.
Was calm.
Was very calm.
And slotted it in.
Scored
so
beautiful.
Why is
so Dede can also do a good job? But I'm saying that I would take Asamoah Gyan first. Jordan will not even come second. I rather will put Dede second based on what I've seen, and then Jordan third.
Nice one.
I'm not sure.
Many thanks for your time. So as George signposted tomorrow on the Joy Sports link, the captaincy situation. In the past month or so, we have had Godwin Atram in the studio. He has spoken about it. We've heard generally from Sami Kufuor. We've heard generally from Tony Yeboah, Abedi Pele, and some of the big names from the past. Finally, we are coming to put it in a crucible here on the Joy Sports Link, 12:15 with Nathaniel Atto and a big cast or very big guests who know their chops. What do we do about the captaincy situation? How do we sort it once and for all? I'm Gary Alsmith. Thank you very much for staying with us on the Joy Fest take. DJ Black is here with the music.